Welcome everybody to the June 22nd, 2022, 6 p.m. open session meeting of the Ayer Affordable Housing Trust. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, in accordance with Chapter 22 of the Acts of 2022, suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, OML, public bodies otherwise governed by the OML are temporarily relieved from the requirement that meetings be held in public places open and physically accessible to the public, so long as measures are taken to ensure public access to the body's deliberations through adequate alternative means. This meeting will be live on Zoom. The public may participate remotely by joining Zoom meeting ID 818-050-97403 or by calling 929-205-6099. For additional information about remote participation, please contact Alicia Hersey at ahersey@ayer.ma.us or 978-772-8220 extension 142 prior to the meeting. And I guess a call to order is at 6:07 this evening. We do have a quorum. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
So moved.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. So we'll go Cindy Lavin moved, Colleen, Colleen Kreischer seconded. Any discussion on the agenda from anybody? Hearing none, we're going to go by Hollywood Squares. Pat, how do you vote?
I'm in. Looks good to me.
Cindy?
Yeah, aye.
Colleen?
Aye.
And Jeff votes aye. Next on our list is approving the minutes of 5/11/2022. I have to apologize. I didn't get a chance. Did I send you? I can't remember if these were sent out before and I reviewed them or not.
Sent out before.
So did I send you a review? I may. It was a long
Nope.
time ago.
I got no, I
Yeah.
found a few little things myself. Nobody sent me anything.
Apologize. Anyway, I'm sure I didn't find anything then.
I don't care.
Can we get a motion to approve the minutes, please, for May 11th?
Motion.
Thank you, Pat. Do you have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Colleen. Any discussion on that? Hearing none. Pat, how do you vote?
Aye.
Cindy?
Aye.
Colleen?
Aye.
And Jeff Tillotson votes aye to approve the minutes. We are at the public comment portion of our agenda. Is there anybody who would like to make comment?
Do we have any public here?
I don't see anybody from the public, but it's on the agenda. We're going to do it. Okay. If somebody shows up later, I think, is it okay with the current members present if we give them a chance to make public comment later?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks. So election of officers. I was thinking about this. Does anybody have any thoughts about this? I was thinking about this today.
So the one question is, do you want to hold Jake's spot open?
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. If it's possible to, I would like to, because he seems to really want to do it when he's back. And it doesn't seem fair to like put somebody in that position and then kick them out.
Do we know how long he's gone? Is he deployed or in a
He's
training?
he's deployed, and I think it's supposed to be 1 year.
Ooh.
Well, what I was going to say is, and what I'm thinking about is, I don't, at this point in time, I don't know that we have anybody who is clamoring to join the committee.
We do have somebody who's voiced some interest.
Okay, so also, if we talk about the members of the committee, I know Sean has been the representative from the Board of Selectmen. Do you know, Alicia, if Sean's going to remain the representative?
Everybody here has a 2-year term.
Okay,
So-
great.
And I had checked to see when we started. I think we have a little over half a year. I think we started fall of 2020,
August or
21,
September.
wasn't it?
August or September.
I can look. I've got the,
So what I was thinking about was this. Typically, boards and committees in town tend to have an election on or around the annual election time. No one gets elected to this board. It's done by appointment. And if it's a 2-year appointment, we're in good shape now. What I was thinking was, we don't have a full, we have 4 people this evening. Do we want to have
Excuse me,
James?
it's a
I'm sorry,
year.
Cindy.
I'm sorry, it's been a full year.
Yeah.
We actually started in June last year.
Yeah.
So- So this,
Well, if Alicia believes we're 2-year appointments,
Yes, I know you're a 2-year appointment.
yeah. And so we were challenged, and this is my planning board experience. We were challenged on the planning board because, and Colleen, you have your hand up, go ahead.
You finish what you're saying, but then I had a thought I'll share, but finish what
Okay.
you're,
Yeah, what I was hoping to do is involve all the current members in the discussion, if we can do it. I'm happy to help chair this meeting. We're going to be in a position where it's going to be difficult to sign a letter on behalf of but we can maybe ask the vice chair, James, Mr. Stephen, to sign the letter if it's approved by the committee this evening. Because I think, Alicia, as I look at the agenda, we would like to get a letter signed as soon as possible for
Yes.
Noah, correct?
Correct.
So that's what has to happen. So
Yes, we could.
is it possible for me to sign it as clerk? I mean.
I would be perfectly happy to have that happen. That's
the only
what I was
problem
thinking.
with that- Well, the
Yeah.
only problem with that is that apparently I'm sending a letter as Stone Soup Kitchen. And so they get 2 things with my name on it. So it might really be better if you can get James to come, but if you can't, I'll just sign one of them, Cindy, and the other
Yeah.
Cindy.
And I was gonna make one more suggestion. We elect an acting chair for this evening's meeting.
Mhm.
I
And
would
that-
actually like, oh, sorry.
No, and I think it's perfectly above board and fine to do that. It would be nice to have a letter signed this evening. So these are my thoughts. I didn't check with anybody downtown. If we run afoul of something, we'll figure it out, but I don't think we will. So I'd actually like to, and Colleen, you were gonna say, you had a thought?
yeah, I guess in thinking about 2-year terms ending all of us at once and thinking about Jake's situation, I almost wonder if it's better to find somebody to step on and then have Jake come back on when he comes back. And that would alleviate a little bit of staggering, so that if all of us stepped off the committee at the end of our 2-year term, everybody's starting where we were last June and getting up and running. So I don't think maybe that would happen, but the staggering might make sense. And to have Jake be gone and to come back and have his term up, maybe that's a good time for him to, and maybe we have somebody, I don't know. I'm not sure what the right thing is, but that just hearing that 2-year term.
Yeah, I was just
wonder whether we need somebody for some continuity.
And if I may, I just pulled up the bylaw. I believe I have a copy of the actual bylaw here, but I may be mistaken. And I agree with you, Colleen. I'd like to get a stagger in, but I think there is a stagger in the bylaw itself. And it says, we have to do a little bit of research on this, but it goes on to say, and I see your hand up, Pat, sorry, it says, in order to stagger the terms of the trustees, the first 3 trustees appointed shall have terms of 1 year. The remaining 4 shall have terms of 2 years. Thereafter, all trustees will be appointed for 2-year terms. So that gives us the stagger we need, Colleen.
Okay.
Which I agree with. There needs to be a stagger. Oh, thank you. There you go.
Who is only on a 1 year?
I assumed, and I'm careful using that word, assumed, that Sean and I, because we are representatives of other boards in town.
As am I.
Exactly. So I don't know the answer to that question, and I didn't know who was what earlier today. So, and Alicia's got her hand up, and I have also been, and just so you guys know, I've been reappointed by the planning board to remain on the Affordable Housing Trust for the next year. Thank you very much, Cindy, for putting that up. Yeah, Alicia, you had your hand up, but I think you're on mute.
Sorry about that. I was coughing. So they actually set it up for 2 years and 3-year terms. So the people that were 1-year terms
Mhm.
have been extended to 3-year terms. Cindy just put that list up.
Yeah,
Did you see that? But we
yes.
don't
Sorry.
have the
I
names.
couldn't get back to the meeting after I shared that for some reason.
They didn't have the names on the list, so we need to break that out.
Yeah, I just sent Carly an email because she updates those to get that updated once you send me the list. But there are 4 3 years and 3 2 years terms.
Okay.
So Colleen, I think the stagger is going to be taken care of by that.
Good.
I'm not sure off the top of my head who were the first 3 and who were the last 4. I think we can sort that out later. But if it's okay with other people on the board, appointing a temporary chair to sign the letter.
What about appointing a new chair? Because Jake did step down as chair at that time.
Mhm.
He sent me a letter stepping down as chair. So is there anybody who's interested in being chair for right now? I would like to talk to everybody about I like to see elections every year. Or every 2 years, one
Absolutely.
or the other. And that way, so if we appoint a new chair, then we've got everything covered for the next year and we don't have to be playing catch up with Jake.
And this is the 1-year mark, so that would make sense that June would be the month that we would shuffle positions if we're going to. I'm willing to stay on as clerk for another year. I'm not willing to chair.
Well played, Cindy. Playing defense. I like that.
You bet. And I think it's really important to
Yeah.
shuffle. I mean, we can reappoint somebody for another year or two, especially, a chair. But we've really found at the library that you start to get people in for too long, it becomes kind of a legacy thing. And then it's really difficult to make changes. So it's really good to have that shuffling each year. And then you can go back to somebody who did it before if you want, but just
Having it be
to
automatic.
avoid having any hurt feelings or whatever when somebody says, okay, you've been doing it for too long, we're sick of you.
Now,
I am also not willing to step up as chair. I'm starting a new job in September and it's going to be a challenging transition, I think. And I just can't put that level of extra things to keep track of on my plate. So I apologize.
And I just got freed up from being chair of a committee. And I was actually enjoying the freedom of not being a chair at this point. I know James has been, it's unfortunate James and Sean aren't here, but I know Sean's concern, my concern before and Sean's concern before was Sean was the chair of select board. I was chair of the planning board. And it's a lot of work. And now we've changed at the planning board. Similar to Colleen, I've got more work. I've got work changing. It's starting to step up, and I've got some other things going on here in town that you all might be aware of that I feel are also a pull on my time. So I don't think I could give the chairmanship what it needs, to be honest with you.
is it something you're interested in, Pat?
No, thank you.
Can we vote James in when he's not here?
That's not fair.
No, it's not fair. And if I remember correctly, James's concerns before were that he's got a lot on his plate. So
I had a question if I could. Sorry, Jeff.
no, go ahead.
Alicia, you mentioned there was some other interest. Can we do something temporarily to get this letter signed? And then invite that other interest to the next meeting. And maybe then James will be here and Sean will be here. And maybe then we could do an election, and it might be somebody who's terrific and wants to do it. I don't know. What do we think?
I
Well,
think we
does
could
the
have
new
James
person-
signed.
And can I
Does
offer
the-
something?
Does the new person have to be appointed?
Yes,
Doesn't the select board have to appoint them? We can't just invite somebody.
and it's.
I mean,
it's
we can
been-
invite somebody.
I'm gonna tell you who the new person is, and it's been, she's been encouraged to do it, and it's been something that she hasn't said yes, but I will mention her name. It's Betsy Diskin. And my guess is she won't want to
Oh.
be chair.
Betsy is fantastic.
Yes,
And so I'm gonna offer something, guys. Okay, and this is, I know you see me chairing lots of meetings and stuff, but I'm willing to take on chairmanship now if you want me to, and I'm willing to very seriously consider stepping down if my life gets to be too complex in the near future. Is that fair?
that's fair.
I just be honest with you. I know you all see me around town doing many different things, and I enjoy it. My heart is here in Ayer. It's crazy. I was back in I was born in the town I was born in, lived there for 54 years the other day, and I didn't feel the connection I feel to Ayer. So,
I would like to nominate Jeff for temporary chair until such a time as he feels he needs to step down.
Give him a year and then he
Can I get a
step
second?
down.
I second that nomination.
it was so silent, Cindy. Thank you.
I know. What the heck, guys?
Sorry, my audio went wonky for a minute, so I had to turn my mic off to see if that would help.
So, okay. To move in second, any further discussion? Hearing none by Hollywood Squares. Cindy, how do you vote?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye.
Colleen?
Aye.
The chair's going to abstain, but it passes with 3 votes. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Jeff.
I'm swallowing hard, guys. You have no idea. The semi-retirement thing is crazy. It's crazy. So, okay.
You love to be needed.
Yeah, Alicia, of course, please speak up.
Can you stop in the office and sign the letter, or do we need to vote on the letter?
I'd like to actually talk about the letter for a moment when we get to it, but I also want to handle the other officers. May I recommend that we table vice chair and clerk to another meeting when more people are here? And we recognize the exigency of getting the letter out the door is important to have a chair. Fair enough? Thank you. I'm seeing nodding. I'm seeing nodding heads.
That we wait, that because James isn't here, doesn't mean he has to roll immediately back into the same position. So I think it's important to vote on the others when.
Right.
more
I
people
agree.
are attending.
I agree. And not knowing Betsy Diskin on a board, but knowing who she is, I think it's a great opportunity for possibly her being involved in the board also. She has long ties to the community. So, okay, so I'm going to suggest we suspend the other elections officers until later. Next on the agenda is the update on rental assistance. Alicia, do you want to take a few minutes?
I have one new application, but we're missing some pieces for it. It's also a Devon Crest person who has not been evicted. And because I've been able to work out with Devon's Crest, I assume that we will be able to work out, but I'm still waiting for some more information from another family member that lives there. And then I've had another application picked up. Which they desperately need it, but these applications can be overwhelming for people. I always offer to sit down and help them fill it out, but there's a lot of work, and many of them are working very hard, and they don't have the time or the energy to sit down and really wade through it. The program's going very well. We've got for 3 of the 4 people we're putting on the program right now, they've received I just cut the 3rd rent assistance check. The other one, it's the second rent assistance check. Hopefully we'll get somebody on. I hope to have an application to present to you tonight, but I don't. So that'll be next month. And that's pretty much it. I think it's very successful.
Yeah, it is incredibly successful. And I can't tell you how, Alicia, you're doing a phenomenal job, and it makes you feel, I don't know about the rest of the board members, but I feel very confident that these people are getting the help that they need. As a matter of fact, I think, Alicia, we're probably, you're going the distance and more on some of these. So thank you very, very much. And it's got to be difficult the first year. We got to get landlords on board. We got to get properties up to snuff. We got to get people to understand how to do paperwork. And all your hard work has gotten you twice the amount of money for next year. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I thank you for everybody's assistance on this. I think we need to be starting to talk about when we're going to roll out the second phase. We don't need to talk about, we don't have to make any decisions this time, but do we want to do it in the fall? Do we want to do it January 1? That sort of thing. But even if we rolled it out for January 1, even if we put out a big push on rental assistance, we could do that in September with a start date of January 1. So remember, there's that long lead up to it too.
I almost feel like a rolling, it starts fiscal year, but I think maintaining a rolling, it's always there, guys. Just keep reminding people of it. Yeah, Colleen.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with starting the rollout for the application sooner. I think I'd like to see us as a committee, I think we talked about this before, go through all of the procedures and think about any, changes or things that we need to approve before we roll that out. So, maybe it's that we talk about it in August and September and try to open the applications in October for a January start date, or we see how things go at our next. Oh, I guess it's only June. I'm rushing summer. We have 2 more meetings. Never mind. Yes, July and August.
Colleen, where were you? We discussed this before the meeting started. Summer's almost over.
Don't even say that, I'm ready for it to start.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree, Colleen. I think that, kind of over the next couple of meetings, just any feedback that Alicia has for how things would work a little bit better. We take that into account and try to get that all onboarded by August, September, and then, go forward. I like the idea of a rolling thing, but with people in town not really knowing about it, we really need to do a more concerted push on it in order to get the word out. Possibly in future years, it can just be all the time. Like if something's available, just get yourself on the list. And whenever something comes up and is available, we'll take you on. And then obviously after a town meeting, assuming we get more money, there'd be more spots available and people will come to understand that. But for right now, I think there needs to be more of an actual concerted push so that people don't go, oh, I didn't know about that,
I agree, Cindy. And what I was doing, I think I used rolling probably in the wrong context. I think continuing to make people aware of this is, continuing to make people aware of this, because as Alicia says, this can be an arduous process for people who are unbanked.
Yeah.
This is a challenge.
I might have misunderstood you. I might have misunderstood how
and so,
you were.
There's always going to be, there should always be a list there. Education's one thing. We have to continue to do that. It's difficult in these times. There's no way to reach everybody anymore. We don't have a newspaper. We don't have, maybe a scroll on the TV, but you have to have cable TV to have that. There's a challenge for we have stuff. So got to figure out how to communicate it, but also, I'd let people know about this all the time. Yeah, Pat?
can we, this is just a thought, put my real estate hat on, Jeff. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about maybe a postcard to every rental unit in the town. Just talking about the program and where you can see the application or who you should call, just something. They're less than $100 for 1,000 postcards. I'm not sure we have more than 1,000 rentals in town. It's not too difficult to look them up because you look at absentee owners or you send it to resident at. And it just might be helpful to get people, thinking that way so
Well-
that they know they can come and make an application and they're on a list, much like any other subsidy that's available.
Exactly, and really shared your hand up. I mean, I drove by Zodiac the other day and I thought to myself, is there a bulletin board here somewhere? I just
So-
don't know.
We sent it to landlords, and actually landlords have been wonderful about. I was really surprised at how many landlords really want to be a part of the program because then they know they're going to get the money.
Yeah.
And so in many ways, the landlords have been as successful or more successful than the tenants. I mean, the tenant that came in earlier last week had a sick partner that had lost their job because they were sick. And so they really needed it. And I thought I'd see that application the next day, and it's been over a week now. So, and possibly just overwhelmed with what they need to do.
Yeah.
And that's so often the case. But if the landlord is helping them out, often that will help.
I have my experience with working with rental properties closer to the city was, to be honest with you, if you have somebody who is in a voucher program or a Section 8 program, something like that, landlords like it. They get the
Yeah.
rent first of the month. It's an ACH transfer. They get it for the first of the month. And I was involved with somebody who did a great deal of rental in Fitchburg and Leominster area. And, it's just, it works out. It works out for everybody. It really does. So I guess the outcome of that is thank you for working with these people, Alicia. I think the trust agrees that more outreach on an ongoing process is a great one. Pat, I love the idea of sending a postcard. I do. I just think they're great. And if anybody thinks of anything else, I mean, libraries, where else we have bulletin boards in town or places that.
Well, once we have once we have a real game plan, I'll hit my mailing list again, and get it up online.
Houses of worship
And
in town
all-
also.
Yes.
Sorry, Cindy, yeah, but absolutely.
No.
So, yeah, no, it's the applications need to be filled out. The challenge is not everybody has everything. Not everybody fits the applications perfectly. I think that's what we discovered, right, Alicia?
Yep.
Yep.
But
So,
enough of them do.
yeah. Okay.
Excuse me, if we have the information that we want on the card, Cassidy at JNS is terrific she does most of our postcards,
Okay.
designing them and all of that kind of thing. So she's really good at that sort of thing. Just a thought.
Thank you.
Oh, that's
Thank
great. JNS has been very helpful for everything I've used them for since I got here. Next on our list, if that's the rental assistance for now, Ayer Commons, NOAA update. Alicia, you want to take folks through it? And can I just say one thing?
Mm.
I watched Alicia and Alan get the support of the select board last night. They did a great presentation to the select board. The select board was more than happy to have a motion and have Janice as the current chair sign letters of support for this project. And that is they were signed a letter of support for the project. They also signed a letter asking for, Alicia, you can help me with this, a change in the rules about
The request
Yeah.
for
The assessment.
waiver
Waiver,
The
yeah.
original request from the waiver needs to come from the chief elected officer of the town. So Janice is sending the initial letter asking DHCD to please consider a waiver. And then the letters of support are just supporting that request.
And the select board was very open to both the letters. I don't think there was any pushback at all. Great job teeing that one up. I was just looking at the letter and I remember now that I started going through the minutes in the letter when they came out before. And there's a couple of words that are extra in here that my OCD gets on my nerves about.
Well, it's very lucky that you're going to be the one signing it. So what happened was by the time I was editing it, it had been through 2 people writing it. And I tend to skim words, so I often miss those duplicate words. So yes, and changes, because I went back and you had made some changes, Jeff, on one. And
Yeah,
I thought I had incorporated all those, but I might have missed some. And I made some changes to simplify it. We got the original letter from a lawyer
yep.
and it sounded like it.
And I'm gonna, if I may read you one sentence that I'd like to,
Yes,
there's only one there's only 2 words in the first paragraph.
yes,
The Ayer Affordable Housing Trust is writing to you regarding NOAA. Submitted application for projectability in connection with the proposed development.
oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
on the 3rd line, the first would
yes,
come out. And the last line reads, I'll start from the middle of the line before, and we understand that NOAA will be submitting a comprehensive permit application with the town of Ayer zoning board. Could we change that word from with
Wait a
to
minute,
the
where are
word?
you now on the
Last
second
line, first paragraph,
Okay,
3rd
Yeah.
word is with.
yes,
I think it means the word would be to,
2, yes, it does.
and that's
Okay,
it.
perfect. Okay, so we will make those changes. And you will stop by if everybody votes and agrees. Did anybody else? I'll let you finish, Jeff.
Has everybody had a chance to read the letter?
No.
I'm going to share it on the screen.
And I
Okay,
asked if we could have a minute to read through it. So
Yes.
that'd be great if you can share it.
yeah, I'm going to share it and see if I can't blow it up as big as possible for you. Okay, no, thank you. And there are the highlighted, the orange, the yellow is my comments. Those are what I was talking about with Alicia right now.
Mhm.
Let me know when you want me to page down.
Okay.
Page down.
Okay.
Alicia, quick question, probably stupid, but I'm gonna ask. Where it says chair, would it be acting chair or would it be interim chair or would it just be chair for this purpose? I'm guessing chair would be fine, right?
It will be Jeff Tillotson chair.
Okay.
Because we voted him in as chair, and I don't think we have to say acting. Does
Okay,
everybody agree with this?
Yes.
but you can take out the first chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beat you to it, Jeff.
Is everybody all set with reading the letter?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess I just have one tiny edit in that
Mhm.
very last paragraph.
Yep. Let me just do
Uh,
this while I'm thinking
yeah.
about it.
Absolutely.
Very last paragraph. Go for it, Colleen.
It says the Town of Ayer Housing Trust. I think we should add Affordable Housing Trust, since that's the Ayer Affordable Housing Trust is the official name of the committee.
The Town of Ayer Affordable Housing
Yeah.
Trust expresses our support. Thank you for the advancement of the proposed Chapter 40B housing development. Great. You all are aware that this is also being called a friendly by the town, and also is known as a local initiative. So I don't think it's important to put it in here, but no, that's great.
Yeah, I think the letter's great.
Okay, I'm going to turn that highlight off. Okay, so looks like I may have the most current version of it, Alicia.
Yes, if you could send that along.
I'm going to print it right now, and I will drop off a printed copy, signed copy for you in the morning.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Okay, great. Thank you. Next on our agenda, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. New business. Oh, hey, Sean. Welcome.
Hello.
So, Sean, you're now the chair.
Okay.
And the clerk
And the clerk and the vice chair.
All
and the
the above.
treasurer.
All right. All right.
And the treasurer.
Let me catch you up so you don't have to watch the
Oh.
video. We had a discussion about roles and how long people are in their terms. Have you been reappointed by the Board of Selectmen?
No, that didn't
Okay.
come up yet.
Okay, well, at this point, the planning board reappointed me. With Jake being gone for an undetermined period of time, we felt we needed a chair. So I agreed to be the chair with the expectation that if my life gets horrendous again, I'm going to respectfully step back
Okay.
from being chair. But without you, James, or other members here, we wanted to get the chair done so we get the NOAA letter signed. So we just went through the process of putting the NOAA letter together as a trust, and we're signing it. We also discussed the rental assistance program. Alicia's working with a new applicant. And Pat had a great idea in getting the word out of possibly doing a postcard mailing here in town to the landlords, because Alicia's experience is that landlords are really helpful. They like this process, this program.
Yeah.
So that's been discussed also. Did I miss anything else, guys?
Just that we're gonna wait on the other offices. Did you say this already? Till our next meeting for vice chair and until we have a full committee in attendance.
Exactly, Sean. We didn't want to make you chair without you being here.
Thanks.
Jeff,
Yeah.
this is just what we were talking about before, the last thing. Just wanted to mention to you, even though you're going to print it off, send it to Alicia so that she has the most recent copy
Yes.
for her files.
Yeah, I will. I will. Yes.
Thank you.
Just
All right.
if I do it while I'm talking to you guys, it'll go somewhere. Thank you, Cindy. No, that's the next thing I was going to do when we're off the meeting. Yeah, Pat, you put your hand up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention on the postcard mailing,
Yeah.
and I may be wrong. I also think it would be important or helpful to send it to the current occupants of those rental units. Landlords don't always talk to all of their tenants all the time. So I think that would be helpful as well, because moving on or whatever, I think that it would be helpful for the tenants to know how to get the applications. Does that make sense? Am I pushing it too far? I don't know.
I think that's great. And to be honest with you, having
I
recently done a couple of mailings here in town, it's very easy from the assessor's database to pull the addresses.
Right.
It's very easy. It's surprisingly easy. So, no, I think that's, I put it down on my notes from tonight to put it on a future agenda
Okay.
so that we can talk about that. So we're at new business. Anybody have new business? Old business? We've covered it all, I think. Upcoming meetings.
So, just a question. Is the issue of Jake holding his spot, is that we're gonna wait until we're talking about the positions next meeting?
So
Or did we?
I don't think there's a decision made on that, Cindy. I think the feeling of the board, of
Oh,
the
I know.
trust, I think the feeling of the trust is to honor Jake's request. To be honest with you, I did have a casual conversation with the assistant town manager a few weeks ago. We were chatting about just the changes and things going on in town. And the question I asked was, with Ayer being a town where people get deployed all the time, is there some history to how to handle this, how to handle the process? And I don't have an answer to that. I haven't followed up on it. I don't think it's the top issue, but with the trust's permission, I'll follow up on that conversation and see if that can be done. And I think, Alicia, I think you and I talked about it too when we were sitting in your office that day. So
I'm sorry, my connection is unstable enough that I missed about 2 sentences of what you said. You're gonna follow up to find out what?
I'll follow up to find out if we can hold the seat for Jake.
Okay, thank you.
And Carly said we can. It's our choice.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because deployment can sometimes be much longer than what you're initially promised.
I need to go back and read Jake and I talked about it, but there's been a lot happening in the last 2 months and he sent me a letter stating where he was and stepping down as chair because he felt that, I said, Jake, we can probably hold it for you, because after Jeff talked to Carly, I then went down. But we do need to have a chair. So he stepped down as chair, and I'll pull that email and send it to everybody.
And I'll just so you all know, I was having a conversation with Carly and Robert about a bunch of positions in town that the moderator pays attention to. And this just came up in the conversation as the chair of the planning board at the time and a member of the trust. I hope you don't think I was overstepping at the time.
No,
It's just
you're not overstepping.
I was sitting in a
just-
meeting, so I thought I'd take advantage of their time.
I feel like
Oh,
anyone
that
can
was
talk about
smart.
anything.
I sometimes think Carly and Robert don't want to see my shadow crossing their door into their offices. Okay, upcoming meetings. We had picked the first Wednesday of the month.
Second,
I'm sorry, yes, thank you. The second Wednesday of the month.
That'd be the 13th of July.
Is that still working for people? It works for me, I believe.
Actually, so the select board is meeting that day.
I suppose you want us to meet on another day. Okay.
How about the 20th?
Good with me?
I'll be
Will
on
we-
vacation.
I'll be on vacation as well. Will we be back in person?
There's the
Yeah.
question. Yeah,
Because I will not
Oh,
be at an
wow.
in-person meeting. I'll be in South Carolina.
so, yeah, we don't have a firm. I don't, Alicia, you may have more information than me, but I believe July 15th is still the
think
fungible date. Go ahead, Sean.
I thought, if I remember correctly, it might have been something else. I thought they had extended it again, but
Oh, I haven't gotten notice of that, or I missed the
yeah,
notice.
I could be thinking of something else. Might have been the outdoor dining stuff.
So-
Well, yeah, Carly had mentioned it, so I'm getting confused.
So what do people think about, let's tentatively, if we can do it in online, Colleen, you probably don't want to come to a meeting during your vacation.
I'm not opposed to it. However, the internet situation that week of my vacation is not good. So if I can get on the internet, I would be happy to join a meeting. It'll be fine. But I do know that we're 2 weeks in 2 different places, and the 20th, internet is not ever good. So
I envy you to be somewhere without good internet. Bonnie once took me to an island in the Bahamas to get away from the internet. And they were so happy they had just gotten it when we got there. Would the 27th of August work for people? July work for people?
Does it need to be on a Wednesday?
That was working in the past.
Yeah.
Right, but
Yeah.
I'm just thinking where we
Kind of.
can't do it just for July, could we maybe do a Tuesday or a Thursday, the 12th or the 14th? No, it's
So
not gonna
I'm-
work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
There are those good guys.
Tuesdays don't work.
Nope.
Yeah, I think we had picked
Thursdays
Wednesday
don't work.
because, yeah, for whatever reason, Tuesdays and Thursdays don't work with all the other stuff going on in town.
Okay,
And
Well, I don't know, Alicia may have some other reason, but the 2 Tuesdays in July that the board normally meet, the select board, we're not meeting because we only have one meeting, and that's on that Wednesday, the 13th.
mhm.
Oh,
And planning is, we're cranking up with Stratton Hill coming up. And so 20th, the 12th and the 26th for us are, even though I'm just a member, even though I'm just a clerk now, we got other stuff going on the Tuesday nights. So sounds like the 20th. Colleen, we miss you.
I will not be there as well, so.
Well, then, if you're not going to be there
That doesn't
on
make
the
sense.
20th, why don't we
Yeah.
just do the 13th?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to miss you either way, should we?
I'm
We're
with,
up against the select board on the 13th. And they'll
Yeah,
be using this,
and?
they'll be using Zoom. We have one virtual meeting room. Yeah.
could we
Okay,
do
I'm
it
sorry.
earlier in the day on the 13th? Is that an option? Maybe 4 o'clock rather than 6? I'm just.
I know, I'm glad you're thinking, Pat.
Summer.
So the 13th is 2 weeks away. Is there enough to be, is 2 weeks enough time to have any, are we going to have anything for an agenda in 2 weeks?
possibly a rental application or possibly 2 rental applications.
Okay,
But if you want, I can keep you posted and we can kick the can down the road if we don't.
yeah, what I was gonna suggest doing is let's, Alicia, do you mind checking? I don't know, Cindy's not paying attention right now, but let's check and make sure we could do this at, say, 4 o'clock on the 13th.
Okay.
Sean, would that jam you up?
It could with work, but I mean, I can put it in, and if an emergency comes up, then I would just have to miss.
Okay. You were gonna say, Cindy, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, you said Cindy wasn't paying attention. That
No,
I did, that you meant me.
I did. Do you have any Zoom requests for Wednesday, the 13th of July at 4 p.m.?
There are very rarely meetings at 4 p.m., so I
Okay.
don't think so.
Okay.
And I know the Affordable Housing Committee meets on Friday mornings sometimes, so that's always an option too.
Yeah. I think we've established that Wednesday, the 13th is probably the day. Does 4 p.m. work with people?
Works for
I
me.
am also on vacation that week, but I'm in better internet situation. So, and it's a quieter week, so I could make it 4 o'clock.
Appreciate that, Colleen, really do. And as Alicia says, she'll know if she's got applications or not. So we may have to schedule a meeting, post the meeting. And if we have no agenda, there's no meeting. Is that fair?
Yep.
Are we also expecting Noah to come to us looking to start the process of going to CPC for funding?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think when we met with them and we're talking about the timeline, it seemed like,
I am waiting for that ZBA application and they keep saying it's imminent. I will be talking to them. How about if tomorrow, because I'm going to be sending them the letters of support. Cindy, did Alan ever get you your draft letter of support?
No.
Okay, so maybe I won't be doing
I
it.
only
till
thought
tomorrow.
about that this afternoon when I was looking at this one. I thought, oh, I'm supposed to have one of those.
Okay, let me talk to Alan, okay?
Should I stop by tomorrow? I
Yes.
gotta talk to you. I may as well kick him, and then I can walk across the hall and talk to Cindy about Dark Shadows.
Oh, I love that, but I'm not there tomorrow.
Okay.
I would love that. Love to have lunch. We talk for a while.
Okay, guys. So, Wednesday, the 13th, 4 p.m. And if there's no other business except for Dark Shadows, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
So moved.
Excellent. We got it backwards, but I think we're going to get it done. All by Hollywood Squares. Pat, how do you vote on adjourning?
Aye.
Sean?
Aye.
Colleen?
Aye.
Cindy?
Bye.
And Jeff votes aye. We don't